What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Therapy, where, whatever, I talk into the microphone and play Minecraft. I just recorded an episode, but then halfway through, I realized something went wrong and, it wasn't recording. Basically, what you need to know is I died, 3 times. So that's why I'm walking back to my place, my house in this game again. Anyway, I want to make this episode about talking nice about Stanford, because I got a comment in the last video that was kind of funny. It was like, when are you gonna say something good about Stanford? And then I realized oh, I should probably say something good about Stanford, because there are actually good things about it, and I should cut it some slack, because while I do have a lot of personal beef with Stanford, there are good things about it, and it's a great school, to be frank, compared to other colleges. So let's try this one more time. Hopefully the recording works, but let's talk some good stuff about Stanford. Hold on, let me increase the brightness so y'all can see what's going on. All right. Yeah, so one of the big good things about Stanford isn't even anything that's at Stanford. It's mainly just the brand name of Stanford, because people see that you went to Stanford and they're like, oh shit, this guy must be smart. Let's give him the big bucks, give him the big responsibilities. This guy, this is the guy. And yeah, just by going to Stanford, you become that guy. So if people just be willing to give you a lot of opportunities, a lot of jobs, just because of the fact that you went to Stanford. If you slap that bad boy on your resume, people will see that, and that instantly gives you a leg up in a lot of facets in life. The fact that you went to Stanford and kind of have that under your belt, and people are willing to give you more opportunities, give you more money, give you a better job, all this type of stuff, and you just have access to this big old network of Stanford people, and is kind of elitist, the network of people who think they're elite, and then you become part of that network and get a ton of advantages from being in that network. Not to say that that is a good system to have. It's probably not so great that solely based on where you happen to go to school from the ages of 18 to 22 determine the types of jobs and opportunities that you're able to get for the rest of your life, especially considering the fact that the college you go to from ages 18 to 22 is based on how well you did in high school from ages 14 to 17, which is totally not representative of what you're gonna do in your entire life. But people are oh shit, this guy, get a load of this guy went to Stanford. This guy's got the big brains. And then they're oh, let's just throw a ton of fucking money at this dude to solve our problems, because God knows that's what we need to do. Just throw more money at stuff to solve our... Oh my god, 2 creepers, bro? 2 creepers, bro? You gotta be kidding me with this shit. Can a man live? Can a man catch a break here? So yeah, that's a big advantage of going to Stanford, just that pure name brand elitism stuff. Psych! Not today, skeleton. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is literally the 5th time I've died in this session. But yeah, the brand name, very strong at Stanford. Another good thing about Stanford, and yeah, I'm probably going to contradict myself a million times in this video compared to what I said in that other Stanford video I made, but just deal with it. All right, there are good things and there are bad things at Stanford, and they're often contradicting. But this is more of like a glass half full type of analysis of Stanford. I'm totally going the wrong way. Or am I? Nope. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm just very stressed right now because I know I'm about to die again, and then y'all are going to roast me for being really bad at Minecraft. Which apparently I am. Gonna avoid that guy. Gonna go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so tilted right now. But yeah, another good thing about Stanford is some of the classes are actually good. One of the classes, or some of the classes that I enjoyed a lot at Stanford, were in the English department. So I took Asian American autobiography, creative nonfiction, and fiction, all in the English department. And those were some really cool classes. The professors were really chill and really nice and gave some really good feedback on the writing. The community in those classes was also like really nice and chill. Like in a lot of classes at Stanford, it feels like super competitive and like weird for some reason. But in the creative writing classes, everyone's like there just to like chill out. Basically, like those classes are like a free A, so like no one is like taking it too seriously, not even the professors, which is cool. Like they just want you to like try hard, not even try hard, just like put in like some effort into like writing, and they're like they'll give you an A. So that's cool that like it creates like a really conducive environment to like writing creatively without like having to worry about like a grade or like getting too caught up in that kind of stuff. And like I said in the last video, like it's kind of a dream of mine to like be a published author. But yeah, it's kind of a dream of mine to be a published author, and I feel like I wasn't writing that much in college, and kind of a way to force myself to write was to like take these classes where I was like, oh, I have to write because it's literally the assignment to like write something. So, Jesus Christ, can I point myself in the direction I need to walk and just walk in that direction? This is the direction. No, this. I need to go negative in both. This is the direction. Oh my god. Half a heart. Can I make it back with half a heart? Probably not. Let's try. What was I saying? Jesus Christ, this game is stressful. But yeah, it was good for me to take those classes because it forced me to write, because I knew I had to write in order to get a grade. So that was good. And I do have to admit that the CS classes are like a well-oiled machine at this point. One good thing about the CS department is that like the whole like curriculum is designed kind of like to take people from 0 to 1. So like you can literally walk into Stanford CS like having never touched a computer before in your life, and like they designed the whole curriculum to like take you from like knowing nothing about CS to like getting your bachelor's in CS, and then getting a tech job to like go out and like ruin every single fabric of society through technology with, which is great because then you get paid a lot of money to destroy society with. All right, I'm not gonna lose my shit. Can this night be any longer? Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, it's kind of like a well-oiled machine at this point for CS classes. I will say, like, I do admire how they have like really extensive. Like they have a lot of TAs doing a lot of office hours, and like they have a lot of resources as you're taking the classes, and you can tell that like, yeah, they've just been like doing this for years and like pumping people out to like go work at startups and like make the big monies. So like you kind of like know this is like, you're not just some guinea pig taking some classes. Like this has worked for like many years, and like if you just take the classes, like you'll come out with a degree that'll give you a lot of opportunities to sell your soul to big tech for the rest of your life. No, just kidding, but not really. Yeah, so that's good. And then another good thing about the CS department is that like some of the professors have a lot of energy and like are really like earnest about teaching CS. I try not to name any professors in like these videos because like I feel kind of weird like personally naming them, but like there are some professors who are like really excited to teach CS, and like if you're the type of person who gets excited about like that, let's get some better lighting. If you're the type of person who likes your professors to like be super jazzed and juiced up and excited about CS, then that's awesome, and like you'll find that at Stanford. For me personally, I feel like that's not like, it's like fine if a professor's like super excited. Sometimes it's like annoying when you walk into class and you're like, I'm just here for the grade, man. We ain't gotta play all these games. Let's just acknowledge that I'm here for the grade and not get too crazy here. But if you like having some earnest professors, those exist in the Stanford CS department. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, it's basically just a really well-oiled machine, and you know that it works. I also got some questions in the last video, and sometimes people leave comments like talking about like, oh, what about this department at Stanford? What's this department? What's the IR department like? What's the econ department like? Yeah, I can speak personally as to like what any of those departments are like, but I feel like generally, and I could just be talking out of my ass here, but I feel like generally, most departments at Stanford have generally more resources than like your average college department has, just because Stanford has like so much money and like so much at their disposal that like they can afford to like get the best professors and like do the coolest research and like have the best classes and like spend the most money to like get the resources needed to like have the best classes and stuff. So generally speaking, I want to say like the IR department at Stanford is probably better than like your average IR department. And your average history department at Stanford is probably better than the average history department. That kind of stuff. Jesus Christ, I'm back home. Let's see if I can find the stuff that I dropped when I died. Should I get some tools before I go do that? Probably don't want to just YOLO it. So, what was I saying? Yeah, your average department at Stanford probably has more resources at their disposal than like your average other department. I will say like there is like kind of like a lot of debate at Stanford about like how Stanford's money and resources should be allocated. Specifically whether or not like other departments other than CS should like get more funding. There's definitely like a bias at Stanford towards like CS, and like the CS department probably gets like a majority of the attention and funding of Stanford because that's what like Stanford's built its name on, and like is where the big bucks, that's like where the big bucks are coming from. The other departments, it's probably correct that the other departments are probably correct in that like they probably deserve more funding than they're getting currently, but even with that being said, I'm sure they're doing great. And then, yeah, one other thing I want to say is that the biggest departments at Stanford are basically, oh my god, my stuff's here. Alright, I'm gonna get this shit, and I'm yeeting out of here. I want nothing to do with this cave, man. This cave, except this. Oh, no. Actually, okay. I'm actually out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Gonna just lock myself in here. Oh my god. Yeah, I was saying, yeah. The biggest two departments at Stanford are probably CS and generally like pre-med, because I don't know, people want to impress their parents or something. So those are generally the two biggest departments, and then everything else is basically smaller than those two, but those are two biggest, and then everything else is not as big. But yeah. Let's escape from here. One more thing about like a lot of resources is that if you go to Stanford, you will have a lot of resources at your disposal if you go looking for them and want them. Please don't kill me. So like, I don't know. For example, like I did some research at this department at Stanford, and they paid me real monies to do that. There's a frickin' polo club at Stanford if you want to go fucking ride some horses and like live out your horse school dreams. There's like some Stanford orchestra that like gets paid, like goes to like other countries for free to like play their music. Like I think like one of the a cappella groups like gets to go on a cruise for free every year, which is like weird. Quick hint. If you're a current Stanford student, you can actually opt out of your ASSU fees. Basically, every year, the ASSU charges every Stanford student like $300 to like pay for all the fucking clubs and subsidize like people like buying frickin' Malimbas for the Malimba club, or like paying for the a cappella club to like go on a cruise. And then when you try to opt out of that, first of all, the thing to opt out of that is like super hidden on like Axis. And second of all, when you try to opt out of that, they try to guilt you into like not opting out, because they're like, oh, like this money like goes to like pay for like stuff that like, you know, like blah blah blah. And it's like, actually, motherfucker, I've never been part of any clubs at Stanford, so why the fuck would I pay for this? So if you go to Stanford, just know you can opt out of that shit. But I digress. Yeah, there's a lot of resources at Stanford, and basically, if you want to do something at Stanford, there's a good chance there's like some grant or some research or like some way for you to be able to do that, if you just go looking for it. I feel like going to Stanford, for me, it was kind of like, where are the melon seeds, bro? There we go. Going to Stanford to me was like kind of, I feel like it was like kind of like discovering what it's like to be like a rich person, because I was just like, whoa, there's so much opportunity here, and I could just do whatever the fuck I want. I'm literally limited only by like my own laziness. This is what it must feel like to be like a white rich asshole. No, just kidding. But yeah, going to Stanford affords you a lot of opportunities that you probably you might not have experienced before in your life, and you might not get experience again in your life. So make sure you take advantage of those if that's something you want to do. If it's not something you want to do, that's fine too. Like I kind of just chilled out my entire time at Stanford. I definitely didn't take advantage of all of the resources. So if you want to just be like me and chill out, that's fine too. The last thing I'll kind of say about resources is that also, I feel like Stanford has pretty good financial aid. A lot of people think, like, the general thing about like private schools is that like, oh, they cost a fuck ton of money, and Stanford does cost like a lot of money. It costs like $50,000 or $60,000 a year, I think, for just like the base tuition. But they do have like pretty good financial aid, where like if your parents make like under some amount per year, like Stanford's free, and there's like, even if it's not free, it's like it's really cheap for some people. So it could end up like being cheaper to go to Stanford with financial aid than like go to like some state school in your area. So, yeah, if you're considering going to Stanford, like don't let the financial stuff like immediately deter you, because it could be cheaper than your state school. I need to get a drink of water because I've been talking for like an hour because the first episode didn't record. So give me a second. All right, I'm going to record me drinking into the microphone. Let's see how this works. All right, this is your friendly water break. Reminder to hydrate or dehydrate, homies. Yeah, so, oh my god, it's night. I get to sleep in the bed. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that was kind of the whole academic situation. Another thing I want to talk about is the social situation, baby. So, I was going to talk about it in the first episode I talked about Stanford, but a lot of people at Stanford are like whack and pretty weird and fake. So that's generally not that cool that people are like that. But I think, oh my god, these cows are so fucking loud. We need them to shut up. One good thing about, actually now it's kind of, I just need them to not be super loud. So let's get 30%. Alright, yeah, a lot of people are weird at Stanford, but one good thing is that, I mean, I've met some really good friends at Stanford, so not everyone there is bad, and like, yeah, like the people you do meet, you know, are like cool, because like so many people are not cool. It kind of like makes you appreciate the people you do meet who are cool, and you're like, wow, these guys are not fake assholes. They're actually cool. I enjoy being friends with them. So that's good. And then like kind of like, you know, the most beautiful diamonds are forged in the like hardest conditions or something. And that's kind of like Stanford because why is it like Stanford? Sorry, I'm trying to like build a door and talk at the same time, and it's very distracting for me. It's kind of like Stanford because y'all, I don't know like any person who goes to Stanford and doesn't have like some beef with it. So like the friends you make at Stanford, you guys can bond over like your shared like beefs with Stanford. At least like I feel like I was able to with the people I met. So it's cool to do that, and like that's a bond. That's a bond that lasts the rest of your life going through that type of shit. So that's good. And yeah, like the people you meet at Stanford are like from all over the world, and just people you might not have otherwise been able to meet in your life. Like I'm from New York. Like everyone I met in my life up to the point of going to Stanford was from New York, and going to Stanford, I was able to meet people from like all over the country and also all over the world, and that was like a cool experience. Being able to meet all those people, so that is something that's cool, and that's a good thing about the social life at Stanford. Another thing, let's get into it. Let's talk about the parties at Stanford. I know I had a whole rag about the parties at Stanford and how they're kind of depressing and nothing ever happens, and like when the lights come on, you're like kind of like, bro, what the fuck am I doing here at this lame ass party? I still feel that way. Like the parties at Stanford are nothing to write home about. They're fine, they're fine. It's a bunch of sweaty people dancing in a dark room. They go to Stanford, so like they're all awkward and like weird. Not, I freely admit that I'm awkward and weird as well. So that's not great. But this is the positive episode, so I will say, like, sometimes it's fun to go out on a Friday night with your friends. Just go to some random house on the row, boogie down, listen to what terrible songs the DJ is playing. The DJs always be playing like some weird electronic techno music. It's like, dude, this is not the time to be like showing off your eclectic taste on Spotify, alright? Just play the hits. Just play top 40. Throw in some 80s songs. That's gonna make everyone happy. Don't be playing your weird French shit, alright? Calm down. Calm down there, Mr. DJ. Let's try and make some armor for ourselves. Why don't we? I'm going to go mine some. So yeah. That being said, yeah, it's kind of fun to go out sometimes on Saturday nights. I will say, like, basically every Saturday night starts out with like a lot of hope. Every Saturday night you go out, you're like, oh man, maybe tonight's the night. Something's gonna happen. Maybe I'm gonna meet the love of my life. Maybe there's gonna be a sick ass party. Maybe I'm gonna get in a fight and beat the shit out of some bully. No, just kidding about that last part. But then none of that stuff ever happens, and it just turns out, hey, it was just another kind of mediocre night out on the. Oh my god! Get step off, zombie, step off. Oh my god! And now all the zombies are gonna come out the woodwork, huh? This game, man. Yeah. So even though nothing ever really works out on those Saturday nights, every Saturday night, you just keep on coming back to be hurt. You come back with more hope. You think that Saturday night's gonna be different, and hey, what is life without hope, huh? That's something we got to keep fighting for. So, at least Stanford parties give you that hope every Saturday that maybe something's gonna happen. So that's cool. Sorry, I'm trying not to die and also looking at my notes. Yeah, so parties, social life. I mean, I kind of said what I had to say in the last episode, but there are some cool people. I've met some of my really good friends at Stanford, and I wouldn't trade them for anyone else. And sometimes it's fun to get a little intoxicated and go out on the town for a night with your boys and your girls and see what's up and boogie down. And I will say it's cool to, like, it's nostalgic thinking about stuffing my face with some greasy ass food from Tap. That's the Jackson Palm for you non-Stanford initiated folk. Stuffing my face with Tap after another disappointing Saturday night. So there's that, at least. Yeah, so there's that, and there's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. The food, I want to say at Stanford, is like better than your average college's food. I made a whole Stanford dining list tier list video that you can watch if you want to. Yeah, I'll probably put the link in the description. Oh, I've always wanted to say that as a YouTuber. But yeah, the food is probably, top 50th percentile of college food in the nation. Yeah. There's a bunch of different dining halls you can go to. There's pretty decent variety. There's pretty good salad bars. They serve fish sometimes. Brunch at Wilbur and Stern is pretty good. Sorry. Hydration break. Again. There's a cool Asian chef at Wilbur. So the food is generally good, and I would say it's also like generally healthy. they don't serve like, they're not just gonna slap some like pizza in your face and like you're gonna get scurvy. There's fruits, there's vegetables. They actually, the fruits and vegetables actually taste pretty good. There's pizza too if you want that. Go to Arriaga for pizza at lunch. But yeah, generally like the food isn't too big of an issue at Stanford. I can imagine it can be a big issue at other schools, but it's not terrible at Stanford. I will say like around week 8 or 9, like you start to get really tired of dining hall food. But it's week 8 or 9, so you just slog through for another 2 weeks and then you're on break, so that's fine. So yeah, the food's good. There's free gym memberships when you go to Stanford. Like you can just go to the fucking gyms for free, which that was cool. I liked going to the gym. I'm gonna tell you a story about going to the gym. My freshman year, man, I used to be on the track team in high school, and we had to like bench whatever, and my max in high school was 135. I know, very shameful, but come on, cut me some slack. I was 17. But then when I got to college, like I legit like struggled to bench freaking 95 at the free gym. I don't know why I said free gym. It's just a Stanford gym. I struggled to bench 95 at the gym, and I just felt like so ashamed that like I kind of avoided the bench and like doing that until my sophomore year. And then shout out my friends who got me to go to the gym. That was cool. But yeah, that's I was like, why the hell can't I fucking bench 95? My fucking max is supposed to be 135. I'm just some weak ass bitch now. I'm just some bitch boy. But I was able to get it back up to 135, and I'm not to brag, but I'm past 135 now. Those were the old days, but yeah. I'm pretty sure like at one point I dropped like 105 on myself in the gym, and that was a real low point when someone had to lift 105 off me. That I had to really look at myself in the mirror after that one. But yeah, the gyms are freaking free at Stanford. They're pretty nice gyms, pretty well maintained. They're clean. They got a lot of weights. They got a lot of machines. They got a lot of treadmills and ellipticals too, if you're into that. What else? They're open pretty long hours. I'm pretty there's 2 gyms, Near Yaga and Far Yaga. Near Yaga's on the east side of campus. Far Yaga's on the west side of campus. They have like more official names, but like if you go to Stanford, you'll know what I mean by Near Yaga and Far Yaga. But yeah, they're open pretty late. They got a lot of machines, pretty clean. They're like, I don't like, no one's gonna judge you at the gym as well. Like I know people are like afraid of like being judged at the gym and stuff. Like maybe at like other gyms in the world, but like probably not. Like here's the thing about going to the gym, like no one cares because like they're there to work on themselves and like better themselves, and like everyone at a gym understands you're like there to like make yourself a better person. Like if you're like chubby and you go to the gym, people are like happy to see you there because that means you're like making yourself a better person. And if they're like mean about it, like fuck them. They're like assholes. Like what, were they born with a 6-pack? Like no. So screw that. Why did I jump into this cobweb? Yeah, there's free gym. Got a lot of weights. It's cool. Open late. What else do I want to say? They got basketball courts. Yeah, take advantage of that because yeah, gym memberships are expensive. The weather's good. Yeah, coming from New York, the weather is shitty in New York like 9 months of the year. It's like cold. The sun sets at like 4 p.m. It's not a great time. I know everyone romanticizes New York in the movies, but like guess what? That shit is rough in like December. But over here in the Bay Area by Stanford, the weather is like pretty temperate, like most like 90% of the year. Like basically all year round is like it's never like too cold. It's never too hot. In December, it'll probably get down to like 40 or 50, and then in July it'll get up to like 100. But like, it's never like freezing cold. And yeah, it's never that. I like the most you'll ever need to go outside is like a light jacket or sweater. So that's cool. And then like from like January to like November, it's like you can like wear a t-shirt outside. It's like awesome. So don't underestimate that shit, man. Like, as a person who's from New York, that weather, that seasonal affective disorder shit is real, bro. So don't underestimate that when making your decisions about your college. What else? There's a lot of free shit at Stanford too. People always be giving out t-shirts and shit, and the alumni association be giving out random mugs, and like your dorm is gonna like give out free pizza on like the weekends for on call, and like there's like free or like heavily subsidized trips to like go skiing and shit. So like, yeah, like I said, it's like kind of like being rich. It's like when you're rich, you can just fucking get like free pizza, or like order your butler to order you free pizza. And like going to Stanford and like getting free pizza on like a Friday is like, it's like, whoa. So this is what it's like to be a privileged asshole. But that's cool. And then what else? Another thing is like it's safe at Stanford, or relatively safe. There, like this is a funny thing. Like every time a crime happens on Stanford, you get like an email about it. I don't know what law this is that like requires this happens, but like you get an email about like every single crime on Stanford campus, which is like kind of like morbid, but also funny. But like I never feel unsafe walking around Stanford at like 1 a.m. Like some nights when I can't sleep, I'll just like walk around campus at like 1 a.m. and like it's fine. I'm also like a dude though, so like I know it's much scarier to be a woman and walk outside at those hours. But that's that. What else? You can bike around campus. Having a bike is pretty fun. It's good exercise, whatever. Get big ass calves. And also have a campus kind of related to bikes. You need a bike because campus is pretty big, and it's cool to have a big campus because like there's like more stuff to explore. It's really walkable. It's like cool. It's like, I don't know, I enjoy walking to my classes. I enjoyed walking to my classes, for example, when I was a student. And yeah, there's like, you could like probably to walk around all of Stanford would take like an hour or 2 hours, which is like, you know, that's a chill walk for your Sunday. And it's a lot of thinking space, a lot of green space, lots of places to chill. So that's cool. Yeah, coming from New York, I'm kind of over the New York lifestyle, man. Like I enjoy like the kind of like the quietness of Stanford and all that stuff. And yeah, you know, you got the fresh air, which you can't find in New York. Generally, like the vibe, the you know, what's the word for it? The like outdoor vibe, the urban planning vibe of Stanford is like very chill. There's like not, you know, there's not a lot going on. There's no like loud anythings. It's just like chill suburban life, which I know some people don't like, but I like. It was a good change of pace from the hustle and bustle of New York. So yeah. Sorry, another hydration break. All right. I think that's all I wanted to say in my notes. This is actually kind of a long episode, but my voice is about to die, and I think we got a lot done in this game today. You know, we expanded our cow farm. I died like 3 times, like 6 times if you count the episode that I didn't record. We farmed a bunch of shit. Look at our bustling farm right here, man. And we're getting our armor, and we got our beds. So things are looking good for us in life and in this game. Yeah, if you have any other specific questions about Stanford, leave the comments, because I know y'all are thirsty for that content, and y'all just know me as a Stanford person, and y'all just want to extract as much knowledge about Stanford from my brain as possible. And as long as y'all keep subscribing and liking, I'm gonna just sell my soul and oblige y'all. But yeah, if you have any questions about Stanford or anything else about life that you want me to talk about, leave a comment, because this episode was inspired by a comment. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions, and yeah, I'm working on some other content as well. So there'll be some of the kind of meme videos coming out soon as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate, all the love and support, all the comments. I see them, I read them, and it's cool to know that so people are out there watching this stupid shit that I do, even though I die a million times in this game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment about your favorite, I don't know, some shit. That's some shit YouTube people always say. Leave a comment about the biggest fruit you've ever eaten, or some shit like that. Yeah, subscribe, share the video if you can. We're trying to make the channel grow and all that shit. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. It means a lot. And yeah, catch y'all on the flip side. Stay safe, stay sane. Peace.